Hello everybody and a warm welcome back. Oh, we're doing what I love. This is just a little thing, a quick drive scenario kind of thing I set up. We're driving down to North Philadelphia. Look at this beauty. This is the Searchlight Simulations. This is the CN Heritage. It's a Class 70. Well, SD70. Oh, this thing. Get a load of this. Oh, baby. We can get that off now. The sights and sounds on this are just incredible. This thing has a massive manual. I still ain't figured out a lot of the stuff that it can do. Especially if you want to start this from cold and dark. You got some reading to do. So I just put together a little consist of a little mixed freight. It's about 1,000 tons. Something like that, I think it was. Got some empty hoppers and stuff. It's the first time I've ever actually made my own consist. And obviously not very good at it. But this thing is unreal, and this train, it is completely freeware. It has like 9 or 15 different bells. You can change the horn. I think this got the K5L, something like that. I'm not like Schnauzerpauser or somebody like that who really knows a lot about these freight things. I just like to drive around, have fun. We're on the northeast corridor, I think. And that, I will link where you can get this down below. As I said, it is completely freeware. How they made, and you get 4 variations. I'm using the CN Heritage version. I think I've got it open up. I think I still got it open. I do not, but I will open it up right now. Where are we? Switch point simulation, sorry. So this is the CN SD70M. I don't know what the M stands for. It's a twofer. You get different here we go. So this is it here. And it's unreal. So it's the Nathan K5L, a horn, an E-bell, another E-bell. Has rear-facing ditch lights. I mean, this is a picture-perfect replica. If you went on CN's fleet page, it is uncanny, and the sounds on this are just off the chart. Should we open her up? I think we should, don't you? Ooh. You got headphones on, man, I tell you. Haven't quite figured this thing out, or this thing. And that the lights are kind of dim in here. I'm not gonna lie. Trying to see anything. I would not want to. Fire screen. Yeah, I don't want to see a fire. Thank you. But this thing is absolutely spectacular. And the sounds. Like that horn. Yeah, what did I do? Oh, nothing, I guess. thought it was dying on me for some reason. It's astonishing. I gotta get these speakers down on my end. I ain't never buying, you know, like, I can't remember what it was. It was an EP7 or something, you know, and it was on the, you know, on Steam. And it's like, and then you drive something like this, and it's completely free. Now the wagons, I got those with the Norfolk Southern route, and there's just some, I think those are steel rolls or something like that. Maybe it's lumber, I can't remember. Well, we can go down and take a look, can't we? But we're speeding. Well, what else is there? I'm not really sure what those are. And then I just put some hoppers on the yeah, whatever, I don't care. Like I said, it's just a quick drive scenario, so it's not like I'm losing points or anything like that. But, you know, just in case they decide, whoa. All right, now I understand why you wanted me at 30. There we go. And like, this is freeware. And I mean, I've seen some payware stuff. That these independent, I'm gonna buy this one. It's a Brazilian team that makes it. And it's really, really reasonable. You're gonna see something like it's gonna say $1,000. That's in Brazilian real. Okay, it's like the 99, like not $99. Okay, it's like 20 bucks. And you get the locomotive, and you get like 20 different kinds of freaking cargo to attach to it and home. All of it period accurate and everything like that. You saw the, well, maybe you didn't, the UP, or yeah, I did. I do believe I made that video public. The UP 9000, that is freeware. And that steam locomotive has like a 128-page manual. It is intense, and it's completely freeware. Just got to find some wagons to put onto it. You know, and I'm going to be driving that, and I'm going to take that on the Riviera line. I am pretty dang sure. You know, it's just astonishing. From third-party devs, if you don't buy the dovetail stuff, you know, and I'm sorry, you know, I'm just not a fan of Alan Thompson and Armstrong Powerhouse. You know, even when you buy something, it's got like 18 different conditions that have to be met if you actually want to be able to use it. And it's like, no. I'm just not doing that. When there's so many devs out there that are smaller teams, don't necessarily sell on the Steam store. And yeah, you're going to have to install it yourself. That's easy to do. Numerous videos on how to use the Railworks installer thing that's in your, it's in your Railworks folder. And you just run it and you tell it what is it you want to install. I want to install this. Okay. And it does it. And like I'm done with that stuff. You know, if there's a really good deal on a route, you know, maybe we got the autumn sale coming up at the end of September on Steam. Obviously the big one is the Christmas sale. You know, is always a big one. You know, Black Friday sale kind of thing. Which usually the sale runs for like a month, and they change stuff up every week or so. Some of the stuff. Some stays on sale for the whole time. Others are there for like a week and a half, and then they put other stuff into the sale, and some stuff comes out. You know, so if there's a really good deal on something, you know, like maybe some of the Canadian routes for the sim, they get put on a nice discount for Black Friday, Christmas kind of thing. Okay, I'm not saying I'm not going to buy that and that, but as far as buying like SD70s and GP40s and all that stuff, and the ones that are basically on the Steam store, I'd have to really read the reviews on it and look at, you know, videos from people who this is their thing. Like they, you know, especially American heavy iron like this. Although this was built in Canada, this train. It's still, who is it? General Motors EPD. Like all the decals and everything are all on. And they're like, you can even read them from out here. It's astonishing. You know, when you think about it. Like the attention to detail is just off the charts. There's the thing. It'll even tell you. It's even got on there where it was built, the country of origin and everything else, when it was built, what number it is of everything, its serial number. If you go inside here, there's safety papers and all that stuff up over here. That gives you, you know, its last inspection and, you know, the whole thing. Like, it is unreal how this thing is so detailed. I just wish you know, it doesn't necessarily, like this is expert drive, this is a pro series. You really need to read the thing because it doesn't necessarily use all the same keybinds that and I'm getting 80 frames a second. Now, I don't have Railworks Enhancer running right now. So, I mean, that's a big reason why also that it's getting a good frame rate. If I had Railworks Enhancer, but like I said, I will link that down below. And if you are interested in, you know, some of this stuff here, if anybody knows a good place to get some varied wagons, but not the stuff that's on Steam. Like, it doesn't have to be 4K Ultra HDR texture kind of thing, but like stuff that can be used like with the 38, with the EP40, with this SD70, and you know, stuff like that. And it'll show up in an editor, like with a name that's recognized. It's like, okay, I built one, I had a whole bunch of, I ended up putting a whole bunch of British hoppers and stuff like that. Of course, the knuckles don't work. And I couldn't understand why it kept giving me errors and wouldn't connect and everything else. You know, and trying to learn some of these names for some of like NF, did Bob 43 ton 0 MTC, you know. And then sometimes there's a letter at the end, and that signifies it can go over 100 kilometers an hour. It's certified for it. Some can't. Oh boy, it's so much to learn. But man, it is a ton of fun, especially with a vehicle like this. Like you see, I'm doing this, it doesn't do anything on here at all. Because this uses its own complete scripting. And the headlights should be down here, I think. Auxiliary. bolts, rear I have no onboard lights. I don't want a fan. Oh, don't do that. I can't even tell if I'm moving it, you know? Obviously I'm not. But, oh man. And the wires are actually looking pretty good. I'm really surprised. Now, would something like this be running on here? I highly doubt it. But I mean, I wanted to do it. And I know this has got a lot of straight sections. Man, I can't talk today. And so that's why I chose this route and wanting to drive it. I think I'm going to get the Morristown extension for this thing. I think it's for this one. Or is that the North Jersey and Morristown? I can't remember. It don't matter. I own both. North Jersey and Northeast Corridor. I'm not... Well, it is autumn. I did tell it for this scenario to make it autumn. So the trees are actually looking appropriate. So anyway, that's going to do it for you on Discord. I'm gonna go have some fun with this. I may even have to edit this and make it even longer and add one of the other SD70s maybe in the middle of the consist to make like a 60 car, like a 60 wagon or 80 wagon kind of freaking thing. Just load it and put it on the back. I gotta find a caboose for this thing too. Although I don't know if they really use cabooses anymore, do they? Don't they usually just put that alerter on the very back car here? Yeah, this thing. They just use that nowadays to signify the end of the train. Anyway, I'm going to get back to driving. I still got 17 miles to go. Hope everybody had a great long weekend. If it was one where you live, do take care. I want you to stay safe, be kind to one another. Keep the blue side up. We'll get back in the air. I'm just really bored with the flight sims right now. They're just really uninspiring. Just a bunch of people coming out with stuff for airports or whatever. That sort of like, how many 737s do we need? How many LAXs do we need? Like, it's just gotten a little out of hand. People just making stuff that's already been made. You know, and when it comes to SFO and, you know, stuff like, you really think you're going to make it better than Mr. X? Really? You know, Laminar thought enough of Mr. X, they freaking hired him and brought him in, and he now works for Laminar. You think you're going to make Ontario better than Vertical Sim? I don't think so. You might surprise me, but I highly doubt you're going to. You know, so like, make something different. And so I'm just really kind of bored and burned out with it all, and some of the pricing that they're coming up with for stuff, and it's like, you've got to be off your rocker. You know, when I look at the price on some of the add-ons, I'm like just no. So, you know, kind of taking a break. And I own so many games. I finished Red Dead Redemption 1 during my sort of off time over the past few months. Well, not off time, just sort of not recording as much. And started Red Dead Redemption 2. I replayed all the Tomb Raider games, the modern ones. Again, beat them. Beat Persona 3 Reload again. Well, Persona 3. They call it Reload. Beat that. What am I playing now? Guardians of Azuma, I think it is, on my Switch. I've just been having fun doing that and chilling out. We'll see what happens now that fall. Kids are back at school. We'll see what the modders and developers come up with for the flight sims and that. But right now I'm just bored of it. And I drove a lot of truck sim, as you saw, with screenshots and stuff like that in the Discord during the course of, basically the summer. So I did a lot of that and a fair amount of this. So anyway, take care. We'll see you again real soon.